No matter how many applications we turn in, it seems that there is no response from any employer. What is going on in the job market? I think there is a lot of jobs out there on LinkedIn or in Indeed, and there are many jobs for us. However, could there be a reason that we are not able to find a job? On some cases, we're able to see that there are hundreds of applications or applicants who turned in their resume. However, the job is posted there and no one is getting hired or filled on those positions. I think there is quite a bit of information here regarding what's happening. I think it's because of the market trends as far as what's going on in the market, what the companies are doing. I think there is other aspects of things as far as what's happening in the economy. There could be many reasons why. However, let me narrow those down for you, and I hope you find some value out of this. If you like the video and you do find some value, please do subscribe, and let's jump into the video. Let me address the first thing here. What I'm looking at is the economy as far as what's going on here. The Fed has increased the interest rate, which is affecting every industries or every verticals out there. Right now, what I'm seeing is that most businesses don't have the revenue they were expecting for each quarters of the year, and they're trying to retain their most valuable employee so that the business keeps moving forward. Right now, based on the earnings for most businesses, they are not able to hire additional staff because they're trying to project profit for each quarter so that they're at least able to ride the high interest rate market. So what happens with the high interest market? The high interest market right now, which basically shows that it's very difficult for us to borrow money from any bank. And when it's difficult to borrow money, that means a lot of projects, a lot of capital investments, they're slowing down. So when it slows down, there are a lot of jobs which are not being created, or a lot of opportunities for businesses to earn money decreases. Based on that, I think there is a huge decrease in revenue. So when it decreases, they're not able to hire the employees they want to for growth. Right now, they just want to sustain for the year or the quarter of the year. According to resume.io, they're saying that inflation and recession fears is actually the main reason why people are and companies are uncertain to hire new employees. They also mentioned that the economy is and the job market is relatively strong, with several factors. Is that there is mass layoff in every verticals. Every verticals, I mean in every industry, where like the tech industry, there is huge layoffs there. There is in manufacturing sector, where the automotive sector, the pharmaceutical sector, there is a lot of jobs which been cut down due to lack of earnings, or they're not able to make those sales for those quarters of that year, and that's why we're seeing a huge decrease on hiring as well. There is a lot more people who doesn't have a job at this moment, and they're looking for a job, so there is more competition between each person and for one position. There is certain positions which just opened for literally 2 days, and you'll see that there is at least 20 to 30 applicants already turned in their resume. Right now, there is a huge discrepancy as far as the unemployment rate which is posted on the web or the general public. However, I think there is a lot more people who doesn't have a job because of they already went the 20 weeks after unemployment. So that number, they usually drop off and they don't calculate it. So let me jump into that and let me explain what I mean. So this is because of long-term unemployment rate. Usually there is 4 reasons why the number is not calculated, because right now what we're seeing in the economy, it's 4.3%. As of July, there's 4.3% of people who doesn't have a job. However, I think the number is a lot higher. The reason being is that unemployment doesn't account for discouraged workers or people who are not looking for a job at this moment. So that is there. It also ignores other marginal attached workers. It also ignores and they actually put it on a separate bucket for part-time and full-time employees or workers. So they don't include that, as well as long-term unemployment rate, which is, they don't account for that, like people who haven't had a job for more than 20 or more than 40 weeks. So that's why we're seeing in unemployment at 4.3 or whatever percentage it's showing. But however, there is a lot more people who's looking for jobs, but they cannot find the right job for them. So there is a lot more competition in the market. Now, according to broking.edu, they're saying a completely different picture. Where they're saying is that the skill set does not match what the employers are looking for, and they cannot find the right candidate. I disagree. I think they're being too picky, and they're not offering any sort of incentives to attract that type of qualified people, especially when there has been a huge inflation and everybody is struggling and stretch their dollar further. I think they're not willing to pay more to attract those type of talents. They also mentioned that increased in competition, like I mentioned earlier, is that there is a lot more people looking for the same job, and it's just diluted right now. So it's becoming challenging every day to find the right job for you. Also, another thing is that is a lot of employers, they are uncertain that they will meet their third or fourth quarter sales or meet their goals for profit. So what they're doing, they're taking longer to evaluate each applicant and increasing competition, so that a lot of people who are competing for the same job and they just want to pick the right one. I think it's mainly because of growth, because they cannot grow their business. They don't have the amount of sales they're looking for. They don't have the ability to hire a better qualified person with more money. So they're trying to find someone who's looking for to get in their team at a lower salary. So I think that's what's going on as far as what business are looking into, who is going to hire what type of individuals. Advanced application tracking system, where they are using this software to eliminate any generic or any non-specific resumes. So if there is like 60 to 70 applications they received, they use that software to eliminate at least like 90% of them, because it doesn't match their criteria. So what I recommend over here is to find a counter application online. There's a lot of AIs available to use those AIs and leverage their capability to modify your resume to the position you're applying for. What it does is basically give you the keywords, the sentencing, and every specifics which the employer is looking for to make your resume attractive to the application itself and then the employer. So I think it's a great tool, and I think we should utilize it, and I think it will be a better hit rate for us to achieve the position we're looking for. On the counter side, what we're seeing is that due to lack of sales and due to lack of growth, a lot of companies are cutting down their overhead or their dues for how much their expenses are. So what's happening is they're cutting down any performers who are getting high paid, so they don't have to pay that amount. They're also restructuring their team so that their monthly expenditure is lower, so that they can at least achieve some sort of profit for rest of the year. The main reason right now why the market and the job market is trending this way is because of inflation, because of a recession fear, and because of lack of sales, because a lot of people don't have money to buy leisure stuff. They're trying to save as much money they can every month because of the uncertainties. So it actually is trickling down the entire economy. especially being the rate that high, it's very difficult for us to like purchase something for $1 nowadays. You have to like pay $2 for it. So it's affecting everyone, and the job market is very uncertain. Now the restructuring process, because what the most employer does is that they do not promote individuals from within the company. They want someone from outside, and they allocate certain amount of money to hire from outside. But usually based on the economy and lack of sales, they are trying to find new guys or new personnel from outside their company, but based on the salary needs, they're not willing to pay that much. So it's becoming more of an employer's market than the employees market at this moment. I hope this information is valuable. I hope you liked it, and I tried to sum up everything together and share it in a very quick way. If you have any questions, please do share a comment below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.